trying to try my best.
Esther, we cannot hear you quite well.
Okay, I'm trying to solve this problem. Is it better now? Hello, is it better?
It's a little better, not so much, but a little bit better, yeah.
Maybe this way?
Now it's great, okay.
Okay. So good morning for everyone. My name is Eszter Tanka and I'm going to share one of our experiences regarding the WEEE collecting campaign, which is one of our most recent campaigns. I know that this is a little bit different concerning the Let's Clean Up Europe initiative. However, since one of my colleagues has already shown you the results of the Hungarian cleanup day, that's why we have chosen to show you another example of a quite a successful campaign of our company, the National Waste Management Agency of Hungary. So, the title of my presentation will be an example of the implementation of a WEEE collection campaign of Hungary. First of all, just let me give you a quick glance. Why did we decide to take a look at on the WEEE section concerning the waste? And the main driver was in fact the EU target. You might know that in case of WEEE, every member state has to fulfill target, which means that 4 kilograms per inhabitant of WEEE should be recycled, collected, and then recycled, dismantled in a proper way. In 2016, these targets will be even increased, and this percentage will be 45% in case of the products put on the market concerning WEEE. And that's why we, in case of Hungary, hopefully we could say that we could fulfill all of these targets. But if we take into consideration that throughout the crisis, the WEEE products put on the market drastically decreased. Just to give you a short fact, that while in, for instance, 2007, the products put on the market was approximately more than 100,000 tons, then in case of 2012, this number was only 80,000. So the decrease is quite numerous, and that's why we need to look at another options to give a boost to the collection of WEEE. And another fact is that in case of end users, the end users can return the WEEE to the EWWR producers or the retailers. So in fact, there is an operating system which could be even make it more efficient. So the efficiency could be increased. There is a system that everyone knows their duties. I mean that the producer, the retailer, and the collecting company. And what about the inhabitants? So that's why we need to take a look at the inhabitants. There were all their duties in this model. And if we take into consideration that 75% of the products put on the market should be recycled, for instance, in 2016, we could take up a question that where is the remaining amount? Maybe it is put in municipal solid waste containers and later landfilled, or it could be stored at home. You can take a look at this picture, so maybe these are the solutions. I am not really satisfied neither with this picture, so we need to take a look at a solution. And this solution, in fact, is this campaign entitled Inner Values, the faded exterior has valuable interior. It is quite a rough translation, but I think that you could understand the main topic of this campaign. What about the timing? The timing, this campaign happens between the 11th of January and the 9th of February through 5 weekends. At first, we would like to initiate this campaign before Christmas. You know that the shopping initiatives and the shoppers tend to buy more in case of Christmas. But in Christmas time, we had another successful campaign, and that's why we need to postpone it after the Christmas time. And we have already got the idea, that's how to start the implementation procedure. The first step was that we need to get in touch with the largest WEEE collector of the country. This was in fact the textbook company, and through the cooperation of this company, we could reach all the partners, all the EWWR retailers in connection with the largest WEEE collector. Secondly, we take a look at the market of the EWWR retailers, and then we get in touch with the largest EWWR retailer of the country. And it turns out that the largest retailer is not in connection with the largest WEEE collector. And that's why this largest retailer could also bring its own collector. So in fact, we have already had two different collectors in the system. And then the multilateral negotiation started to ensure a win-win situation all of the participants. So what the participants in this case? The partner WEEE retailers and the two WEEE collector companies. And last but not least, that's how the National Waste Management Agency came into the picture. There should be an integrated communication campaign to make it to ensure the right popularization of this initiative. At the bottom of this slide, you could see the partner companies, the logo of the partner companies. So we could win the Baumax, the Interstar, MediaMarkt as the largest EWWR retailer of the country, and the Practica. And what about the procedure? How it took place? In fact, at first, you could see the enthusiastic inhabitants and their WEEE desires. They could go into the company store and then just leave it there. But why the inhabitants would leave their WEEE to the estimated scene? Well, because of a motivation. Motivation could be financial or could be another bigger objective. In fact, we applied both in this case. For one WEEE, everyone got one voucher with a value of approximately 3 euros. And each company had the right to decide how will they accept these vouchers. I mean, we couldn't force them to ensure the same conditions regarding the acceptance of this voucher, but they could freely decide on what products, what product lines, and then which basket price would they accept this kind of voucher. But except for this voucher, another boosting factor was that if you give your WEEE to the retail shop, you will also get a 6-character long code, and if you send it through your mobile phone, you have a chance to win something. And this prize was in fact a card, an Opel card. And you could see that, oh my God, even if I leave my, my very, very old cell phone, I could have the chance to win a card. It is a little bit irrational, but yeah, that was our real conscious. So it was a conscious decision to have a prize with higher amount of money. So everyone got the chance to win. And you are entitled to these several WEEE, so everyone could leave as many as they wish. I've already mentioned to you that you might see that how the National Waste Management Agency came into the picture. I think that even the market itself could create such negotiations and such results, what we could see. But to tell you the truth, the National Waste Management Agency, one of the most important objectives of our company is to create strategic plans And with this, we need to raise environmental awareness of people. And that's how we came into the picture, that all the integrated communication campaign belongs to us. We need to popularize this action among the people. I've already used the word integrated, but because it was quite a big communication campaign. You should see that it has got many elements. I mean, we used 400 billboards all over the country. We also introduced radio spots, both PR interviews in case of national and regional channels. We also utilized the social media, the Facebook, because nowadays we couldn't live without it, as you know. And what about the web? We also use websites plus online advertising channels, for instance, and not only separated websites, but we also integrated all the partners' websites into this action. I mean that you could find the popularization of this action even in case of the Media Markt website or in case of the practical website. And we also think that since we integrated the shop itself, the point of sales also got a real importance, relevance in this respect. And there are also the PR articles and the newspaper ads. If we would like to summarize the total cost of this communication campaign, it was actually approximately 227,000 euros. Here you could see some examples of the banners. You might realize that, for instance, the logo of Media Markt, the Bauma, could be found here. The logo of the National Waste Management Agency as well. And of course, the car which could be won, the Opel, was also popularized through this action. So every major partner could use also these banners as own advertising. And here you can see the collector, the waste collector logo. And what about the results? Well, throughout the countries, we had 88 locations that people could give their WEEE devices. In fact, due to the wide popularization, approximately 42,000 WEEE were handed over, which means approximately 194 tons of waste in this respect. And why we could see that this was a real successful campaign within the country? Well, because those companies participating in it actually fight against each other to get consumers, to increase their market share. But now these competing companies fight for one common goal, which was in fact for the environment. So I think that this is a huge achievement. And what is the key to success? The win-win situation for every participant. Because if we take into consideration the why is good for the National Waste Management Agency, well, because the country could fulfill the targets of the European Union. Why was it good for the retailer companies? Because of the logo, and they were also widely popularized throughout our communication, our integrated marketing activities. And secondly, it is true that they need to acknowledge that they lost that €3, but on the other hand, they could boost the sales of that kind of product lines that they had chosen. So maybe they could increase also their sales. And thirdly, they could also get money by the collectors for the amount of WEEE. What about the collectors? It was also good for them because they could increase the collected amount of WEEE. And of course, it was also good for the customers because they get the €3 value voucher and they also had the chance to win a car. So it is good for everyone. Just like in case of the Opel, because in our communication strategies, in our integrated marketing activities, the offer was also popularized. And here you can have some results, some photos taken of the results. And what about the future of this action? Well, I'm quite sure that next year we will also organize this action, and hopefully more companies will join next year. And what now you might have realized that we focus a little bit on the recycling part, on the collection of WEEE. But what about if you would like to focus on waste prevention and reuse initiatives? Well, there is a possibility to extend this integrated marketing activity towards this action, because, for instance, this in the website of the section, we also had a blog section, and in the blog articles, we also dealt with these problems. I mean, the charity shop, the donations regarding these donating initiatives. So maybe we could convert it later on. And maybe that's for short. And thank you for your kind attention. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eszter. There is any question for Eszter? I have just one question. Eszter, can you repeat us how much it cost this campaign?
Sorry, could you repeat it? How much it cost?
You said 200,000, or how many? How much it cost the whole campaign?
Yeah, well, the whole campaign. In fact, I should talk about the communication campaign, which was the responsibility of the National Waste Management Agency, and it approximately cost €227. No, sorry, €227,000. This is the Sweden.
Okay.
It was a little bit more expensive.
Okay. Okay, well, if we don't have questions right now, we can ask later at the end of the